Hey Mommy Brainers, welcome to today's video. I'm actually doing a giant collab with a bunch of other moms and we're all talking about our parenting styles and different aspects of those parenting styles. So I want to take a little bit of time and talk about mine, but I strongly encourage you to go check out all those other wonderful videos so that you can kind of just see the vast array of parenting styles out there, and it's kind of cool to just look at everyone's parenting styles and know that we're all good moms who just do it a little bit differently. So the first thing I want to talk about are different attachments. This is the first subject that was presented to us, and Ty stays home with me for now, but come fall he's going to be going to daycare. I guess if I had the freedom to stay home with him forever, it would be tempting, but I also really want to go to school, and I think he could really benefit from maybe getting out there and being with other kids for most of some days. So it's a little bittersweet, but I'm excited about it. As far as school plans I have for him, he is probably going to end up going to public school, considering I am a single mom and the situation just kind of calls for me not being able to stay home and be on top of homeschooling. And I'm not really sure I'd be super interested in homeschooling in general. If I had all the money, I'd send him to a Montessori school because I really like that respectful, child-led learning approach. But you know, we work with what we got, and public school will be fine, especially if I'm on top of things at home. As far as his infancy goes, he's 2 now, but in the past, did I let him cry it out? Did I co-sleep? And the answer is yes to both of those things. I'm kind of a Mod Podge type of mom. I'm not really crunchy, but I'm also not really traditional or whatever. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle, and I kind of do whatever my family needs. And there was definitely a time where he needed to learn how to sleep by himself because as a single mom I just couldn't be up with him all night. So that's what we did. It was kind of a gentle, modified, not cry it out is such a weird term. I don't like it because most people don't just put their kid in a room and let them scream until they pass out. That's really not what most people do when they do sleep training. It was more let him figure it out for 10 minutes and go in and comfort him, and then let him figure it out for another 10 minutes and go in and comfort him as needed, and he learned really well that way. So the next thing I want to talk about are what sort of activities do we do throughout our day. We don't do a lot, to be honest. We go outside and play at least an hour every day, but oftentimes more like 3 hours, which is why he sports this amazing tan all the time. I should probably be more thorough with the sunscreen. And we do watch TV too. We definitely aren't a no TV household. I don't know how I would survive without the TV because, again, single mom problems. So, yep, he watches 2-ish hours of TV a day, which is about at the max of what they recommend, if they recommend any at all. So that's that. We like to visit friends, go to the playground, which is right down the street, so that sort of thing. And the last topic that the creator of this collab wanted me to cover is punishments and how do I handle discipline. And the truth is, I don't really punish him. I do what is called rye parenting, and if you follow Janet Lansbury or Magda Gerber on Facebook, you'll know a little bit about what I'm talking about. But basically, I don't believe that I need to punish him. I do believe that I need to be the authority, and that really what it's all about is presenting yourself as the authority, not feeling apologetic for saying no, not feeling apologetic for telling him he can't do something, and then enforcing it without getting angry. And that's what it's all about, and it's worked so well for him. He's a really good listener, and it gives me confidence because oftentimes I find myself almost shying away and feeling intimidated by my 2-year-old, but I have to remember that everything he's feeling and everything he's going through is really normal for his age, and I'm the adult, and I can make the rules, and it's not going to end his life if I tell him not to do something or not to touch something, or if he's having a tantrum, I just kind of say, I see that you're really having a hard time with this, and then I wait for him to need me. And that's kind of what that parenting discipline kind of style that I use. So there are some additional questions in this collab. One of them is, what parenting style do I identify with? And the 4 parenting styles are authoritative, authoritarian, permissive, and uninvolved. And that's authoritarian being the most stern and uninvolved being the least. And where am I on the scale? And I'm definitely authoritative, I believe, but sometimes permissive, somewhere in that. The next question is, which parenting style was I raised with? And that was definitely, it was authoritative or authoritarian, like somewhere on there. But also, like, I feel like we all have areas where we're a little bit of all of these things. So honestly, I think most of us are not just one. But I definitely was more, I think I was raised pretty authoritative, and I'm raising Ty pretty authoritative. And the last question is, am I happy with how I'm parenting my son? And the answer is yes. I'm very thankful that I found the method of parenting that I'm using, especially as far as discipline goes. I think there's always room for improvement. Again, like, we do a lot of screen time, and I'd like to minimize that in the future, but at this point I am happy with where we are. I think we're doing a good job, and he's a pretty great kid. He makes it really easy on me to be his parent, to be honest. I have it really lucky. So that's that. Please let me know what parenting style you are, what you follow, and what you do that works for you and your family. Please check out all those other videos in the playlist below, and like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.